Okay, I'll try to speak up a little bit with the wind. So I've got a Bobcat T 200 here. I was having some warning light come on specifically for the hydrostatic system. After pushing and holding down the headlight button, I was able to identify that I had a 02-16 and 02-17. One was for a plugged hydraulic filter, the other one was for a hydrostatic system not connected. This was a very intermittent problem, and I had already since replaced the hydraulic filter with, I believe, a Wix brand or Pure Later filter that I just got at the local parts store. I was able to cross-reference it. It used to have a Napa one on my machine. As you can see now, I've been able to replace it with the Bobcat brand filter. It has the part number sitting right there. I'm not going to do this in front of you because, quite frankly, if you don't know how to change a filter on this, you probably need to stop watching and take it to the dealer. So I found out this is actually a temperature sensor for the hydraulic system. The actual pressure sensor sits right down underneath that hose here. That's the actual 3-wire pressure sensor. This one, the plastic was completely separated, so I went ahead and ordered that. It's about $50. Put that one in, and I still had the same issue. Even though the other one was broken, I went ahead and replaced it just to be positive. So what I'm going to do now is change out basically I was able to change out the hydraulic filter. I got that now. I'm wondering, and Bobcat believes that the off-brand hydraulic filter was also a different micron fitting, or a different micron filter, which will cause kind of a higher pressure and could actually open up the pressure relief, which makes the computer think that the filter is plugged. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the hydraulic fluid just because it is pretty nasty and dirty. And personally, I've never done it. I've used about 400 hours on this machine since I bought it. It's got 3,800 hours on it right now. So here I am on the side where you've got the hydraulic fill on this one. What I found is when I opened up the service manual and started looking into it, first of all, right here, if you didn't know, that is where the actual fill or the level indicator is. So that little ball should be basically suspended around middle. Down here on the driver's side track, there's a plate. So it's about like that you can pull off, and coming out of there is actually a hose with a cap at the end. As you can see, I've already got mine off, and it just simply is just a simple cap, and all it is basically just a drain hose. Makes it really nice, really clean, really easy. So this way I can go ahead and drain the entire reservoir. Now the only thing that sucks is it shows that the reservoir is about 4.7 gallons and the actual hydrostatic system itself is about 10 gallons. So realistically, I'm only going to get about half of it out in one shot. But let me show you my filter. What I did to help diagnose to make sure I don't have any problems with the hydrostatic unit, I went ahead and got this $60, it's actually an aviation filter cutter off of Amazon. I think it was about 65 bucks. There's the actual brand, and it works really, really nice. What you do is you just set it right up on top, just like that. And as you basically tighten this up, it'll go ahead and put pressure on it. As you can see, I've cut this one, and what it does, it just cuts that top right there. So on this one, what I had to do is, after I cut it, I just took a flat head and just barely pried that apart. This comes off. I've got my filter element, and then down inside I also had a spring. As you can see, I didn't have any metal down in there. That little bit of there is dirt just from sitting here for the last hour and a half. What I was really happy to see is that on the actual membrane itself, I don't have any metal pieces, which would indicate severe hydrostatic pump failure. So that's looking really good and really nice about that. So I went in and put the filter on. As soon as I get this done, I will try to update the video and make sure that you guys know where it is. But hopefully this will remedy the problem. If anybody's come across this, I just don't see very many of the T200. If you do have any questions, I do have a factory service manual. So by now, I'm sure you're able to see the phone number on the side. Send me a text, call. I'll try to take a look at whatever specs you're looking for, whether it's torque specs or anything, and I'll be able to get the information to you. I've done everything on this as far as replacing tracks, had timing belts, all kinds of maintenance stuff done to it. So give me a holler.